From Korean webtoons and opera to merchandise, Hallyu fans in Hong Kong can now experience a wide range of Korean cultural content all in one place. A new cultural space that allows people to see, hear, and experience Korean culture firsthand is drawing a lot of attention. Today, we connect with Alan Park, Chief Manager at the Korean Cultural Center in Hong Kong, to learn more. All right, welcome to the program, Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Hello.
All right, thank you for joining us today, Alan. Now, the Korean Cultural Center in Hong Kong offers a wide range of programs ranging from K-pop to webtoons and traditional Korean programs as well. So could you briefly explain first what kind of programs are underway right now?
So the Korean Cultural Center in Hong Kong does offer a very wide range of programs. We have year-round programs teaching people Korean, cooking workshops, and we recently hosted the K-pop cover dance competition. We also will have a K-pop cooking contest soon, and there are countless events available all year. But I think August is our main content and movie season because it's so hot. So we have some major content and film events ongoing as well. We currently have the 2026 K-Comics Origin Hong Kong exhibition running, which is very popular. We're continuing the Webtoon theme with the Hong Kong and Macau K-Movie Fest happening right now, which showcases many popular Korean movies that are based on or related to Korean webtoons.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I imagine when planning these programs, there must be a huge variety of things to choose from. But what do you consider to be the most important factor to make one of these programs?
I think the main objective, of course, is to promote Korean culture abroad. But I think the most important consideration of our cultural programs now is to foster mutual interest and cultural exchange. Because I think we have grown past the period where we are simply aiming for more recognition and exposure. Everyone already quite readily recognizes Korea and Korean culture now. So I think it's increasingly more important now to provide a solid platform for cultural dialogue and development. For example, instead of simply showing films, we host masterclasses and conversations with Korean industry specialists like acclaimed film directors. We also actively introduce Korean platforms and creative tools to local creators. And moreover, we want our center to be a space where fans can actively participate. We provide spaces and opportunities for K-pop and Korean IP fan clubs to express themselves. And I think our role now overall is to build a collaborative cultural ecosystem based centered around Korean culture.
Mm-hmm. And among the many different aspects of Korean culture that you promote, as you mentioned, you've recently organized a special exhibition focusing on webtoons. So what inspired you to put webtoons in the spotlight?
I think webtoons are great because they are so versatile. They're no longer just digital comics. They have become the foundational drawing board, so to speak, for so many of the global hit K-dramas, films, and games that we see today. We also wanted to highlight webtoons, especially because they are already incredibly popular among the Hong Kong audience. And through our K-Comics Origin exhibition, we wanted to show audiences the very history of this creative ecosystem, giving them a chance to physically step into the worlds they've been scrolling through on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
So Hallyu has so many varieties of content. For you, which program has been the most popular so far, and what kinds of visitors are coming to these exhibitions? And are there maybe any interesting characteristics about the local audience?
Specifically about the Webtoon exhibition, we have offered a variety of programs. We have offered Webtoon creation workshops, and lots of people are enthusiastically participating in those as well. But I have to say, it's more about self-expression. I have to say the interactive self-identifying experiences, so to speak, have been the absolute most popular. For instance, we have a zone in our exhibition where visitors can get their own custom Hunter registration card based on the hit series Solo Leveling. People love these kind of interactive tests. It's kind of like the MBTI craze. Mm-hmm. They enjoy discovering which character archetypes they fit into and what kind of hero they would be. These experiences are very popular, I think, because they aren't just about viewing art. They are a means and a platform for self-expression, allowing the audience to physically insert themselves, so to speak, into the narrative.
Sounds like a lot of fun there. And in addition to Webtoons, the Korean Cultural Center also screens Korean opera performances, I hear, every month. So which productions have received the strongest response from Hong Kong audiences? And for people experiencing Korean opera for the first time, what tends to leave the biggest impression?
Right. In collaboration with the Korean National Opera, we have been screening Korean opera performances on screen every month. And we've had some great responses from the Hong Kong public so far, especially the relatively newer piece, Love for Three Oranges performance, which garnered a lot of attention. But we have yet to get to the very highlight of this event. We're planning to screen more Korean original opera productions like Prince Hodong or 1945, which will be screened exclusively during the festive Korea season in October. And I expect many Hong Kong's K-culture and opera fans to come to enjoy the show. I think what was especially meaningful about this program is that we're reaching out to a special niche, I think. There are some very serious groups of enthusiasts who love going to operas. And I've had some visitors tell me that they didn't know Korea had such a competent opera company, and it was a pleasant surprise for them. And I think this might become an entryway, so to speak, for them to become fans of other things we have to offer, like food and like films and so on.
Well, we're covering a big variety of K-Hallyu aspects today. Now, from webtoons to opera, now to 굿즈. I hear the center also introduces merchandise from the National Museum of Korea, known as 굿즈. So, what inspired you to introduce these to local audiences, and how strong has the interest been so far?
They've been very popular. Late last year, we opened the first permanent 뮤즈 showroom overseas in Hong Kong. We've been showing a variety of Korean National Museum goods inspired by Korean cultural heritage. Visitors can come and see them in real life, try them out, and also have them delivered straight to their homes just by scanning a QR code. The most popular items are those with a fun interactive element, I think. For example, our K-pop Demon Hunters related merchandise, like the magpie and tiger badges, they also flew off the shelves. But I think the really popular items are the gimmicky, cute goods that we have. Our traditional soju glasses that feature illustrations of Joseon-era scholars. The ink is thermochromatic, so when you pour a cold drink into it, the scholars' faces actually blush and turn red, and people love those. And I think it's the clever mix of historical art and modern playful design that people really respond to, I think. We've had many people ask about them, and when we had the World Cup promotion recently, the item sold out almost overnight here.
Right, and Hong Kong itself actually has its own sort of pop culture, and that goes way back, especially with action movies and so forth and so on. But is there any aspect of Korean culture that has become maybe surprisingly popular in Hong Kong? Also, have there been any memorable moments or experiences that made you in particular realize Korean culture has become a part of everyday life for people in Hong Kong?
Yes, there is, of course. In fact, one thing that surprised me the most recently in Hong Kong is the rise of Korean restaurants here. Obviously, Korean food has always been quite popular, and it's not surprising to me that people love it. But there has been a huge explosion of Korean restaurants and eateries in Hong Kong in the last few years. In the central parts of Hong Kong, like Central or Tsim Sha Tsui, you can find Korean restaurants specializing in hangover soup, like haejanguk, stone pot rice, tolsotbap, and Korean noodles, and even Korean-style Chinese food, as well as the usual Korean barbecue and chicken places. There are also Korean fine dining restaurants here now that have earned Michelin stars in Hong Kong and Seoul. And just 3 years ago, this much variety did not exist. I think Korean food has become such an integral part of local food culture now, rubbing shoulders with like Italian food and Chinese food, and even delivery apps have their own Korean food sections. And I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Hong Kong's Korean dining scene.
Wow, Korean-style Chinese food in Hong Kong. Who would have thought years ago? But finally, Alan, could you tell us about any upcoming programs or special cultural events the Korean Cultural Center in Hong Kong is preparing that audiences should look forward to?
Yes, of course. We have many highlight events coming up. We offer many events year-round, but our true highlight is during festive Korea season in October and November, because that's also when the weather is really good here. And I'd especially like to introduce, among many programs, about 30 programs or so, I'd like to introduce Korea Square 2026. It's our massive open-air cultural festival. And this time around, we are really uniting all the major presence, Korean presence here, like KOTRA, AT, Korean Tourism Organization, alongside specific brands like Samsung and LG, to host a all-in-one comprehensive experience. You can check out the newest tech, some trendy Korean desserts, take part in a K-pop dance party, watch some Korean movies, and plan your next trip all in one place. I think it's great because you can come for something you really like and then discover entirely new things while you're there. In addition to that, we also have some really exciting stage performances coming up as well. We are bringing over an original contemporary ballet piece called Gat, like the Korean Gat, and also some Korean original musicals. So it's going to be a very packed and exciting season, and I hope the audiences and visitors really look forward to it.
Wow, sounds super exciting. We might have to connect you again in the latter half of the year, Alan. But thank you very much for giving us a glimpse into the many ways people in Hong Kong can enjoy Korean culture. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to have you back here later this week.
See you later.